Okay, am on? Let's see. Testing, 1, 2. 1, 2, testing. Oh, might help if I actually. Oh, good, okay. We're good. Good to go. Hey, let me, cool. So, I'm starting another stream, or today is like basically, I don't know, 3 months of streaming and not getting very many people. So, on advice from a friend of mine who's a streamer, I'm going to go do IRL today, which basically is going to be the exact same as my normal stream, but I don't know, maybe the algorithms won't figure that out. Anyway, so what I normally do is I sculpt stuff in VR and then I 3D print it. And as I'm working on this project for about 3 streams now, so if you want to go back and check where I started, you can go back and check those. I'm Jim Inziello, and welcome to my streams. I do this every 9-ish o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. So check in for my stream, like if you like what you see, and I'll get notifications out to you. Hopefully, if I get my lazy ass in gear, before 10 o'clock. Seems like I get later and later, but anyway. So yeah, welcome. Sit back, relax. I will be playing some music that probably might not get flagged. I don't know. There was a really good band that I knew in college. I think I went to a concert and got a CD from them. They're not in print, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to get flagged. But anyway, I'm going to put that on. And hopefully that won't be too loud. And I actually hear my thing going here. Hold on. Alright. Cool. So I will be joining you into the VR stream. There we go. And hopefully you can see everything. Good, good. And where are my hands? There's my hand. Hand number 1. Where's my other hand? Got it. Cool. Alright, so I have my chat windows up here inside VR. You can't see them, but I can see them. And I also have some concept art. If you follow me on Instagram, I'll let you know that I'm going live with like a little pre-posting. And one of those pre-postings was actually the sketch I'm working from tonight. So I actually started this idea about 5 years ago, I think. Maybe even longer. The idea is erotic, moving sculptures that loop, and not like a creepy kind of loop, but in sort of like a, oh, that's really nice, they're having a nice moment together. So I'm going to work on the male pose, and then once I get him lined up right, I'm going to start doing the full facial sculpt on the female character, and then I might move to the male if I have enough time. So that's what the plan is tonight. Let me make sure I actually got my straps on so I can not throw the hand across the room. Oh yeah, and off to my left over here, I have some nice anatomy models that were actually in the Oculus Medium Studio. So that's nice to go by because they're all the major muscle groups that I can look at. And just get an idea of what I should be doing. I've got a very kind of lumpy, quasi-humanoid figurines here, but you know they're very rough. I just wanted to get something to sort of break a pose in. All right, I'll shut up. I'll start doing stuff. All right, let's cut. Actually, let me grab him. And yeah, we got the layer selected now. Cool. Hopefully there isn't too much going on for my computer to handle. Actually, I'm kind of noticing a little bit of jagginess, so I might need to, I don't know, I need to do something about that. Yeah, that's a little bad. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm definitely seeing a little judder. I am going to turn off a few programs that I had running here. Simplify 3D, that can be closed. Oh yeah, 3D Studio Max, that can be closed. Hundreds of tabs probably could also be closed, but let's see if the frame rate's gotten any better. Huh, it's a little better. Okay, I'll just have to deal with that. It's a good thing I'm not drinking tonight. Or maybe I need to start drinking. Actually, you know what? I think it popped. It happened when I popped up that when I popped up that new window, and you can't see it, but I can. So I'm just gonna close out of that. Okay, smooth like butter. Like butter. All right, I'm gonna cut. Okay, so the picture over here, which you can't see, but I can, has some holding. He's leaning in and turning his head towards her. And he has one hand up on her stomach here. And I'm seeing a little judder again. I have to buy a new computer or something. Alright, so I'm just going to make a cut. Make a circular cut here. Excuse me, madam, you have your arm through my buttocks. Alright. Let's go grab the arm there. Okay, yeah, I got the arm. I'll just grab. No. Oops. Don't cut. No cutting. Alright, so maybe I can grab it now. Yeah, there we go. Last week I was like really confused how to do this. I thought I had to like select the layer and then go to the manipulator. It was a lot of really boring things to watch. So last week was boring. So this week hopefully much better for the viewer. There. For the viewer. Okay, let me just over here. Okay, so her neck is actually supposedly bending backwards. Supporting on the crook of his. Okay, so that's about right actually. I'll just grab that and move it over a little bit. And oops. Alright. So I'm gonna actually lean her head back a little bit. But first I'm gonna cut this right here. By the way, I'm really enjoying the voxel. Working in a voxel system is really fun. And I can't wait to talk to them about maybe... I actually want to contact the Oculus people, or the Medium people, and mention that we have a 3D printer that prints in voxels, and wouldn't it be awesome if we could work out some kind of a connection between these two things. But that's coming soon, maybe. Gotta figure out. Hey, if anybody over there at Medium is like paying attention, which I know you might be, because I saw that little like you left on the Instagram. Please reach out to me, because I have a connection with some people at Stratasys and the University of Central Florida and the Institute for Simulation and Training and my boss's group. Anyway, a lot of acronyms, and I'm sure most of you out there are probably not interested in all that crap, so I'm going to shut up about that. Oh, actually, he's actually holding her shoulders. I don't know how the hell that's going to work. Alright, so it's almost like cradling it this way. Wow, okay. Sometimes when you draw stuff, you're like, yeah, that would totally work, and then when you actually look at it as a sculpture, it's like, that's not really that possible. But okay. Oh, I didn't mean to cut through that piece. Jeez. Okay. Sorry. Alright, that is all I wanted to cut. So apparently you can accidentally cut through multiple things at once, which I did not know that. Actually, is there a button for that? No. Active layer only. Oh! I wonder I get myself in trouble. Actually, I'll probably accidentally cut through another layer too. Alright. Oh, what's all this crap? Well, who put that there? I gotta delete some of this excess crap. Oh, right, I can just actually grab it. Right, and now where is that? There it is. Alright, actually I want to keep that, but I have to delete all this crap over here. So. Get to deleting things. My giant clay deletion brush. Goodbye. Extra stuff. Romance the Muppet. The Muppet will be romanced. I don't know why that reminds me of the shrimp from Muppet Show. Alright, where was it? So last week, we had a lot of interesting things happen. Some things I can talk about, some things I can't. We had a visit from some people at Stratasys, who are really cool people. One was in charge of their more of their top secret projects, and the other one was kind of the founder of FDM 3D printing. It's kind of cool. Really good down-to-earth people, and they had great discussions about the future of the university and 3D printing and medicine and how it's going to be affected by 3D printing and what we can do with all that. And it is so awesome being able to work with these people, and it's like truly getting to stand like with, like you know how they say like you're standing on the shoulders of giants. It's like you're standing next to the giants, and you're like, holy shit, you got some big shoulders, dude. Thanks for helping. But yeah, it's really cool to it's an honor to meet those people and to be a part of what I think is going to be a design revolution, not a resolution, but a revolution in design. Because the sculpture stuff is really cool, but what I've been playing with in Houdini and what I've seen some other people out there programming and doing in art is just effing phenomenal. It's going to change reality. Like, we are really, literally, none of this bullshit like, oh, it's an internet startup and we're going to change the world. Like, no, seriously. 3D printing is going to change the world very, very quickly, within the next 5 years, if not already. I mean, we're starting to go to space faster and cheaper, and the technologies are just mind-bogglingly like accelerating. And VR is also helping all of that accelerate that too. So. All right, back to voxel sculpting. All right, so that needs to, I need to have a little curl up of his hand, so I do want to get this hand off, so it'll cut the hand. There we go. There, much better. Not freaking out like, oh, you cut through 15 layers. Come on. Money vestige. There we go. This and this way to like select, power select these things. Alright, which one is that? Alright. Well, it's no longer the actual man layer, but that's fine. Which one's this? Found you. Right. Just grab these two and drag them like that. Yeah, okay, so I guess I gotta put that like that and that like that. But I actually kind of want to... Okay, so he's actually going to be lower a little bit. Her neck is actually not going to be so pitched upwards. Oh, right. No wonder. Okay, that's why. I think that's why I was all off. I should just put these two together and have them. Alright, I'm going to grab this guy here. Come up with that guy there. I should probably just attach these two while I have them selected. Okay, we are going to, where the hell is that? going to add it. To get merged. There we go. Cool. Alright, just move this guy a little bit. This guy a little bit. Alright, we're going to actually attach these two back together again. Actually, it needs to kind of come up like that. So this is actually why I don't like to draw very much, because while drawing, you can get some really great creative ideas out, but to see proportions and work out spatially where things go, it's so much easier to work in reality, in real life, which virtual life is fine for that. So yeah, it's actually a really helpful tool for planning out a drawing. You can actually do it in like just an artist maquette in 3D Studio or something like that. Which I think originally I did this as an artist maquette, so to get the proportions right. And then I went to the drawing. So for a while I was actually using 3D Studio Max as biped models, and I'd set up a male and a female or whatever was appropriate for the drawing that I was going to do. And that way I knew my proportions were right, and I knew that the bones and the muscles, or not muscle, but the bones and the angles were not going to be impossible to draw, which I would sit there for hours as a kid, like drawing and redrawing shit over and over, so like there were holes in the page, precisely because I would be very indeterminate about like where stuff should be, and I oftentimes later on would blame Rob Liefeld for his comic book stuff, but I had the problem before I even started reading all of his X-Men, New Mutants stuff. Anyway, so kids, draw from life. Don't draw from your favorite comic book illustrator. Although now they've gotten a lot better than back in the late 80s, early 90s. So, not to say that they were crappy back then, but they were definitely churning out a lot more comics, and they didn't have the same tools that they do now. But as an industry, I've seen comic books really advance over the years. And just as an art form, comic books have really advanced. The writing and the diversity is just so much better than it was when I first got into it. And the funny thing is, like, the movies have not caught up to that. The movies are still stuck back in the revenge, hate, fucking dramas of, like, basically the late 80s, early 90s. I really can't wait to see like Saga or some of the newer stuff turned into a cool series, animated series, whatever. All right, I'm going to turn your head, which means I have to chop your head. Oops, okay, I don't have the right layer selected. Well, no. It's got a little bit of a double chin anyway. Chop that chin right off. I really want to get rid of these really silly looking eyes. It's not helping. They're not making me feel, definitely not bedroom eyes for sure. Let's see, we're in like Bert and Ernie's house. Alright. I love how I'm just working in this and all of a sudden I'm like, I don't know what an interface is anymore. I don't remember where am I? Who am I? Why am I here? Who's my running mate? Is his name Ross Perot? Alright. So, whoop. That was for the older kids up there. Were politically active in the 90s. Okay, so still need to move his body over a little bit. It doesn't look right. Kind of like this actually. It looks sort of like dancing. That's pretty cool. And actually I have no idea what I have him doing for his body. Like, so I don't know if his body should maybe be kneeling against this thing. That might be kind of cool. Alright, this is really creepy. I gotta put the head back on. Oh, I itch your face. Nom 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 nom. It numbs her a lot. Alright. So I actually want him to be able to subtly kiss there, and then want his head to turn upwards and look over at her that way. And her neck and all this needs to be moved, so I'm just going to put that right there. Put his body over here. Arm. Now I think we're getting somewhere. That looks a little better. Well, I think it needs to come. Actually, maybe her arm needs to be moved over here a little bit. Yeah, okay. And actually, it goes there. I think I'm actually going to pull her breast and move it over here, so it goes, so her arm sort of pushes the cleavage this way and moves her breast up into this area. Huh, he's talking about cleavages and breasts. It was... Or, butthead. Right, maybe it was. Alright. That's looking kind of cool. So that's a little awkward with this. I think I gotta move that right there. Move that like right down there. There we go. All right. This is ouch. So in the drawing, actually, I have him up here. Actually, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the drawing his head is definitely not as towering above her. It's more like looking. Okay, so his eye line goes to this direction. I need to actually grab her hair and move it down there. Nice little. Yeah, she's actually looking upwards like that in the drawing. And actually, most of her body is out of the frame. You can't even see her hair. Okay, maybe the eyes aren't going to look so ridiculous. Oops. Disguised hypocrisy. So the song I'm listening to right now has a sample of, I think it's Malcolm X talking about the American, not the American dream, but the American nightmare. Which, if that isn't relevant today, I don't know what is. Okay. You know, I don't know what it is, but when Pulp Fiction, that haircut, it's still like, I guess that must be my type of girl now. Like, if you have that haircut, I'm just like, yep. I like the bangs, I like the short thing, dark hair is great. I'm really, and I might have started with Winona Ryder, and I don't know. I don't know what came first. I definitely have a thing for this particular hairstyle. Oops, let it go, Jim. Alright. Whoa! That's not right at all. You seem to have a problem with your eyeball. Alright, these are not, this is not the final eyes, for sure. Oh my lord! Lordy lordy! I'm on my fainting couch. Oh god, I was not planning on making that awful joke, but yes. I'll be over here on my fainting couch. This is so cut and moved. I don't remember where the top of the arm is. I think it's here. That's alright. I'm going to resculpt it anyway. So I'll just sort of like getting it in the right position. Hey, does anybody want to see me work on a boob? Because this boob definitely needs to be worked on really soon. Yeah, because I gotta place this arm here, so I need to actually move the breast. Alright. Gotta make sure I'm on the right layer and not choosing all the layers to fuck up everything. Move tool. Size of breast. Form of sphere. Active layer only, so I don't like grab everything. Which I've done that so many times, it's very aggravating. I'm finally getting a hang of this program. Alright. I'll get... Okay, that's a little ridiculous. I'm sure my female users or viewers... I support the users. My female viewers are like, that's not how breasts work. Come on, Jim. Like, yeah, I don't have any, so I'm just going by... Really just going by memory at this point. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, good enough. Alright. And being when she's laying down... Alright. So now we're a little bit bigger. This actually needs to move over here. Yeah, so he's actually going to dip his head downwards. Like that, to kiss, or to sort of breathe warm, warm breath on just above the nipple. But he also has to clear her hand, so as not to... It's actually really, from a mechanical perspective, I gotta make sure that this head is actually gonna be able to turn and do all that sort of stuff. So that's a whole nother... I'm gonna be doing that offline, because that kind of planning and mechatronics, or whatever you want to call it, making the android actually move is definitely not exciting to watch. But posing the android is kind of cool. And yes, this is going to be an animated automaton, if I can help it. If I can do it, I will do it. Why do I keep on doing Hank from... I really don't like that show. I like everything that Seth... Wait. Just... I'm horrible at pop culture and name dropping, so I'm not gonna bother. I love Seth Rogen's work. He does the best animations. Especially when he's high. Does great animations. Seth Rogen. Yes, Jim is being intentionally wrong just to annoy people who are like, that's not who that is. If anybody watches the stream. Which, right now, I'm counting nobody. Alright. It's an all-time normal. I know. People have families and lives and stuff, so whatever. Okay, so his head is going to look up. She is going to be in ecstasy. He is going to look down. He is going to breathe on her nipple. Excuse me. That's just silly. But that's what it is. That's love. It's the slow, subtle titillation. Like, I basically want this to move, not creepily slow, but slow enough that it's like we've just captured a moment in time. And this is actually like pretty much only this movement and maybe turning the head that way. So it's not going to be that complicated. There'll be that. And on this side, I might have her eyes close and open. So I'll have to articulate the eyelids somehow. I think I need to actually fix this neck. Bring it back a little bit. I love being able to work at like these crazy scales. It just feels like you're actually inside this in real life. It's like Mount Rushmore kind of monument, or itty bitty tiny. Oh, also a good idea to like look at it from far away, which is that works like that for paintings too when you're painting in real life. Her hair is not on right. It's annoy the crap out of me. His eyes still annoy me too, so I don't know what to do. Oh wait, whoa, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's get back into that neck area here. Oops. No, I was still on this. Okay. Ah, come on. I might actually give her a little more heft in the neck so that I'll have a little more room to actually put some mechanical stuff through the neck and run it through the body. Oops. So I'm going to start like just roughly putting this all back together again. So it doesn't have such weird angles and stuff looking really bad. Oops. Oops. Actually, this seam is really... I gotta fix this. This is also one of those like, ugh, what are you doing, Jim? It's like crap. Don't do it like that. Whew. Ugh. Well, Shannon, I tried to do the in real life, but looks like it doesn't matter. Nobody wants to look at you and the things that you do. Update? No, I don't want to update profile banners. Yeah, go away. Oh, how do you get this profile banners to go away? That's annoying. Alright. Sorry. I had to do some quick adjustments to see if I'm actually standing in the right spot, which I don't think I am. Ah. Oof. Hello. Welcome to the stream. Oof. It's hot in here. I need to actually 3D print like some kind of little fan mount on my Oculus because it gets a little hot in here. I think they didn't design it with enough flow through of air. Possibly because they're like, oh, we need to make sure we block out all the light, so let's get a foam of some sort that will let some of the air through, but not all of it. That you need to stay comfortable after an hour. Oof. Okay. Hello. You look like a normal human being. This does not. Let's not get excited about that. That is just how things work until you get it. Until you get stuff looking the way you want it. And then you can fix it. Okay, so little tummy tuck. Actually, I raise up her belly a little bit. So she has more of an arch in the back. And her ribcage not caved in. Okay, that's better. Just connect this abdominal muscle down there. Yeah, that should work. Down a little bit. So basically, I'm just reattaching things that need to be, like, cosmetically, they're not attached any longer, so I need to reattach them. And this hand actually probably needs to be cut and then removed so that it's going curling around her shoulder like it should be. And this boob is not working right yet, so just work on that. Okay, that's looking better, although I'm not sure. Oh god, the juggy. I got the juggies. What? Alright. No, that's looking much better. Much better than just a T-pose. Oh god, from this angle, it's like I cut you with a fucking. Oh wait. Alright, let me adjust that, I think. Yeah, he's definitely looking very power pose, and that's not looking erotic or sensual at this point. But so in my drawing I have his hand. Actually, what the hell? I gotta figure this out. So I think I should cut here, put it between him and her. I might have to re-angle his whole body, actually, I'm looking at it. Yeah, and I'll just put this over here. So it's like pretty much now I'm just in service to the picture and not really, I don't care about what's happening to the rest of the body because I'm just going to figure that out. Alright, let's see what this looks like on the round. Okay. Shouldn't have sculpted that just yet, because that pose was not exactly right. Where does her arm go? Oh yeah, I've never actually figured out where her other arm goes. Alright, I should probably figure that out. Actually no, I like having it on resting on his butt, so always make sure that your sculptures are giving consent to each other. This is a loving, consensual relationship between two adults. I almost like want her to squeeze his butt. Well, that'll mean I'll have to have like a soft sculpture, so it might be a little too difficult to do that. it would be nice to have like something going on. But well, actually, it's going to be hard to get her. But well, I might be able to do that kind of movement by running a rod through his body and into her hands, so it moves up and down. So I could do that. Gotta do some like planning essentially. Alright, that's something kind of cool. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to take a drink break, and see why nobody's joining the damn stream yet again. Not gonna bitch about it, but I am. Because I can't help it. Oh. Ooh, it's hot in there. Ah, shit. Somebody's taking my stapler and throwing it at my keyboard. And that's me. I did that. Okay, hi, I'm Jim. I was in the virtual reality, now I'm in the actual reality. Whew. Alright, drink time for waters and check things. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back to the stream. I'm Jim, having some water. My friend, Sea of Briars on Instagram, just posted an amazing shape of water model that she did last year. And she sculpts completely in traditional and paints. Just phenomenal work. And I always like to check out what she's got, what she's working on. So her name is Sea of Briars. So recommended. So yeah, if I had anybody on the stream, I'd say I'm open to questions. Ask a 3D artist who's been in the industry for 20 years anything you want, because I've seen things you wouldn't believe, or you might believe. And all right, I'm gonna take a drink. And checking the streams. 2 people like the thing. That's not really that encouraging, but. Just gotta stay positive and, you know. Okay. Well, I'm sure that's really fun. Alright. It's like Mr. Rogers. I gotta take off the sweater and put on, wait, no, take off the cardigan and put on the indoor cardigan? I don't know. He was always doing that. As a kid, that really weirded me out. Everything else I was fine with. The trolley, the little tiger. Love that little tiger. And now they actually have a kid show based on that tiger growing up, I think. Like, he's got a family. Okay, well, so again, welcome to the stream. If you have want to see more of this stuff, like and subscribe. Where's my hand? I would like to get more into sculpture instead of less being a poser. And more sculpty sculpt. Okay. It still looks like he's doing some kind of power domination pose. I don't know why that's happening, but let's see, what's the geometry on here? Does that look good? That looks pretty good, but I got a mismatch going on in this area, so I need to figure that out. I think I need to, just like that, and pull that over here. Okay, there we go. Oh wait, maybe that's what I need to do. So that needs to go to the back of her neck, right there. So I had actually planned to do that originally. I don't know why. Yeah, something is not working out on this other side. So I'll try to put this over here. Grab this guy over here. Stick him. Okay, maybe like that. So I want that to be actually touching the nape of her neck. And then this ought to be over here. There we go. So you gotta like work with the geometry until it just works. That's what I wanted. Because that's basically the pose from the drawing, which you can't see. But trust me, it's the right one. It's what we want. And I think I'm gonna maybe chop this hand a little bit. Oops. Oh. Cut. That was fast. Where'd it go? Where did it go? Uh-oh. Undo. What the? Redo? That was weird. It like just totally disappeared. Oh. Alright. No, I want to resize the hand. Alright. I wish that juddering wasn't happening. Oh boy. Lordy. Alright, something about this. His actual arm geometry doesn't look like it's humanly possible. Oh god, that's awful. Okay, I need to fix that. Your arm is broken. You got a broke ass arm. Alright. So glad I didn't give him eyes yet, because that would have been annoying moving eyeballs around. I feel like I definitely... Yeah, I don't know what's going on. This breast actually needs to not be that close. Let's fix the arm. The arm is broken. looks good. Uh, well, I guess it still holds true. I have trouble when drawing it in 2D, and I have trouble when sculpting it in 3D. It still gives me the same vexing issue of, well, I'm not quite happy with it. Oh, I'm gonna break it. Let's just break it all. This is the iterative process of doing artwork. If you can't take this kind of stuff, like, sorry, this is probably not the field for you. Because you just gotta keep working. I think that's why artists and scientists are really a lot alike, because we do things over and over, and we're trying to work on getting some results, and it doesn't always work out. And we learn as we go. Like new hypotheses or new, try out new, new theories are tried, essentially. I used to work for a patent lawyer, or like a patent invention law firm. I would do occasional sculptures for them. Not just sculptures, like full animations, and essentially I'd take the patent that they were working on developing, and I would create the first visualization prototype. And I once did a bleeding Jesus sculpture, which I thought was so blasphemous. But at the same time, I was an atheist, and the check was going to be pretty good, so I was like, okay, I'll do it, but I don't know. I feel bad. I really don't think I should be making this. Something feels wrong about it. And, like, literally, it's based off of something my grandparents used to have in their bathrooms, where it would be like a woman, like Venus de Milo, standing in a shower, and the shower is actually a bunch of monofilament that had oil dripping down it. And so replace the water from the shower with the blood of Jesus on the cross with lights, and his head lifts up, and it's a lamp. It was bleeding. They wanted to have another source that actually had water, because apparently when the sword of Longinus was plunged into his side, you got blood and water coming from the same wound. How that was not going to mix up, and having a totally different pumping system, don't know how they were going to work that out. That was a logistics thing that I was never going to have to work with. But I did have to make a model of the Jesus. And yeah, not that created this, but somehow that was research for this kind of thing, because it was it did have some mechanizations. I never actually had to do the neck mechanics, but thankfully, because that would have been a very small amount of mechanical structure, which I'm still struggling. My owl project, I'm still struggling with getting eyelids and a turning head and that kind of stuff to actually fit within the space that I'm putting it in. And alright. I almost wanted to like turn her chest a little bit. Unfortunately, I have no bones in there, but alright, oh yeah, I did talk about moving his arm, so I'm going to do that now. What? Again? Active layer only. Oh, I got it. I actually have too many layers. Great. Yeah. Stop you bitching. Actually, might explain the judder problem too. Yeah. Okay. I got too many layers. That's why that explains a lot of things. Actually, I got the judders from the too many layers, so that's affecting frame rate. Good to know. Actually, should be like monitoring my CPU and stuff. Alright, so that layer. Oh, look, that actually highlights it. That's cool. Alright, and what's that layer? And that does that one. Okay. Alright, let's merge all those guys together. Alright. I'll put these two together. So I got that one and alright, now I'm starting to realize what the problem was with this other arm. Her actual body is twisted off to the side, and that's why I was having trouble with reconciling this angle here. Alright, although now her neck is no longer going to be supported by the arm, so let's... Ugh, the judder. I'm gonna have to restart tonight because it seems like the juddering is getting worse. Or maybe I'm just getting more susceptible to it. Okay, now that I've done all that twisty thing, I think there might be enough room for his arm to be cut and then inserted over here close to her body. So that's what I'm going to try to do right now. Yeah, that geometry looks pretty good from the side. Whoa, nope. Let's do a little flippy flop. Yeah, figured that was going to happen. Probably need to move this arm down here. I'll put these two arms together. This arm and that arm. Where's the other one? These two. Together. Merge. Yay. Well, actually that means that we'll be able to put a firm hand to the buttocks. Good. Right. Oops. No. Alright. Now we're cooking. This is looking much better. Much better pose. Very much like the original drawing. And yeah, I'm liking it so far. Cool. Alright, I think I need to reset, so I'm going to save this. And it's kind of sucky because I'm going to have to stop the whole broadcast and stuff, but I really need to reboot because I should do that before every broadcast. So, mental note, always reboot your computer. Save all your work. Alright. Quick save. Alright, I'll be right back after all these things I have to close down. So I will close down and get back to you. Please tune in a few minutes, and if that's all you've seen and then you liked it or you're not going to come back, I understand. I'm a very amateur streamer. But yeah, please leave comments, suggestions, ideas, whatever. It's all friendly and open here. And welcome to Unicron Studios. I'm Jim. Alright, I'll see you next week if you don't rejoin me in a few minutes. And if so, thanks for rejoining me. Okay, bye.